tail of the tape. Exactly the same weight, just that 7 centimetre height difference for the beast, Parsons-Grace. The two young fighters looking to go to work.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds of Arsenal X action. It has a 74 kg weight limit. It's brought to you by Hirepool. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the cage wearing red, silver, and black trunks, weighing in at 74 kgs, representing Strikeforce. Introducing Hammy the Beast Parsons-Grace! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, enters the cage wearing black trunks with white trim, weighing in at 74 kgs even, representing Tehipuki Muay Thai. Introducing Titus Proctor! Fighters to the center cage, please, for Victoria Parr's instructions.
All right, boys. Round 1 boxing, round 2 kickboxing with no knees, round 3 Muay Thai. Any questions? All right, keep it clean, keep it mana. Back to your corner.
You would have heard from the ring announcer, Dan Hennessy, that this is 3 3-minute rounds, so a minute longer than the fights that we've seen so far tonight.
Now let's just make a note. Professional rules, these guys are wearing the 4-ounce MMA gloves. This is a slightly different rule set. Boxing first,
round
kickboxing
1
second, Muay Thai third, so we won't see the MMA action. So let's see how these guys adapt here. And boxing's a little different when you've got these small gloves on. You don't see that high guard defense. Parrying and head movement is very much the order of the day. And you see there, Parsons-Grace looking for those counter shots, just probing his way in. Proctor using that lead hand, a few false leads from him. Parsons-Grace trying to look for that right hand counter over the top of the jab, and you can see that right there. Just clipped him on the temple. And another counter right hand from Proctor. And they are slinging leather early. These guys are in the, well, they fought up as high as light heavyweight, even though this is in the middleweight weight category. And you can just see Parsons-Grace, he's trying to slide his head off the center line, but Proctor is looping his counter right hand. So it's a little bit of a case of which one of those right hands land. You saw Grace got his head on the outside there. Neither of them really doing a lot of controlling with their lead hands at the moment. They're just a little bit bombs away, and that can be a case of whichever right hand lands first. Parsons-Grace has just changed up a little. He's now looking for the left hook, and you see it there. Another counter right hand from Proctor. Parsons-Grace not using his reach advantage as well as he might. 7 centimeters goes a long way.
Certainly does. What I'd give to have another 7 centimeters on my frame.
Nice little counter, 1-2 there. Notice I just let that sit there silently, buddy.
Yeah, it hurt too. That's all right. It was a figurative blow to the body.
Oh, there's a good left hook, Parsons-Grace. He's just made an adaptation. I like the work of Proctor, though. When he lands the 1-2 upstairs, he goes downstairs and looks to rip into the body. We've already seen that have good effect tonight. Little head control there from Parsons-Grace. Boys break up voluntarily. Again, there's that high guard just cramping him there. 40 seconds to go. This is the first round. 3 3-minute rounds.
Yeah, an extra minute, it definitely feels a lot longer, doesn't it? It's a much longer fight that these guys, if it goes to the full 3 rounds, it's an extra 3 minutes, a lot more time in the cage.
Well, often someone can survive for 2 minutes often. There's that body shot again from Proctor. But 3 minutes is a lot longer to survive. Proctor is just beating Parsons-Grace to the punch. He's just a little shorter, a little slicker on the inside. I think Parsons-Grace could do with just keeping it long. I think he's just cramping his range at this point.
There we go, a very interesting, even first round. Back shortly for round 2 in this one, our 6th fight of the evening.
Kickboxing.
Welcome back into TVNZ.
Round two.
Second round just underway right now. Pretty even one that first round between these two. We're now into kickboxing.
Now let's see. Parsons-Grace has a pretty educated lead left leg. And let's see how he starts to use that. Proctor, though, he's got a Muay Thai background as well. And you can see immediately those kicks to the legs. And these boys are much more comfortable there. Good leg checking there from Proctor. And he's trying to find home for that right hand of his. And it's very sharp. You can just see that forward elbow was a possibility in there. He thought about it. And
like he was going to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, well held. And now these boys are starting to sling legs. You can see just the kick catch there. Now, that's actually illegal under kickboxing rules. You don't get any points for it. You would in Muay Thai. But certainly spectacular to watch.
You can see, if you get a look at it, on the back right, just above the kind of ribs of Titus Proctor, a little bit of redness around there.
Yep, not unusual. Low kicks working for Parsons-Grace. Titus Proctor just veering his leads. You can see feinting that left leg there and using that to set up the hands. Oh, that was just a little tickle up top, but it got through. Body shot there. We've seen that from Proctor. He uses it well. And again, he missed the knees. Both these boys are very accustomed to Muay Thai. That's why they're having a bit of a chuckle. A little bit of claret coming from the nose of Parsons-Grace. He's the man on the right of your screen. Nice southpaw switch there from Proctor.
Good evasive action there from Titus Proctor as well.
This is a very much tit for tap out. Clean, long left hook from Proctor. Parsons-Grace is doing some good work low. But Proctor's just a little more accurate with his hands. And that's enabling him to land slightly more power when he does throw the kicks.
About 40 seconds to go in the second round of this 3-round bout. 3 minutes, of course, each round.
Proctor's actually using his range better than Parsons-Grace. He's probing with his lead hand, and he's using that to open up gaps in the defense. And this is one of the problems with a very much a high guard defense. You can allow the other guy to initiate. Parsons-Grace is the taller of the two, but he's not using his range as well as he should.
10 seconds to go now, getting close towards the end of this second round. Looking like we will go to a third and final round of this one.
Great sharp counter
End
punching
of
from
round
Titus
two.
Proctor.
Yeah, another good strong round there. I'll get to you in a moment about how you may have scored that one as we just look to the replay here. Some of the highlights of that second round, and there were plenty from both fighters.
Yeah, Proctor just landing a little bit more accurately and a little bit more frequently. So in terms of an evenly contested round, he had better moments. And to be honest, I think he did a little more damage. And you can see there picking his shots beautifully, a little southpaw switch. And those body kicks are landing quite cleanly as well. Good evasion, although that one was a little tickle upstairs for Titus Proctor. And you can see he's stealing the points back. Slightly more evasive, slightly better defense, and a little bit more volume and accuracy in his offense.
So then for the third round, what do we have here?
Seconds out for round
Full
three.
Muay Thai rules.
Thai.
I think Parsons-Grace may well need, we certainly needs a 10-8 round in my opinion. He may well need a stoppage if he's going to take out the win. And I know Aaron Boyes, his coach, would have gotten his ear and left him in no uncertain terms as to what he needs to do.
So much respect between these two fighters. A hug before the third and final round of what has been a close one. Let's see how the third round unfolds. 3 minutes, remember, so still a long way to go in this one.
Yeah, Titus Proctor, just 19 years of age, just looking for the forward elbow there off the jab. Feigned the jab and just stepped in with that forward or up elbow. Parsons-Grace now, he's wanting to bridge the gap now, but Proctor using his straight punch as well. He's actually using that both offensively and defensively. Just stops Parsons-Grace from adapting that walk forward style that he often uses. Now they're in the tie clinch. Little elbow there from Parsons-Grace. Goes for the body lock. Double unders there. I'm surprised he isn't kneeing around the back, which you're allowed under full Muay Thai rules. Proctor back to his accurate work. Nice transitions between hands and feet. Second phase as well. You can see just using that lead hand there. Exchange of lead hands from these boys. And Proctor just a little better with the upstairs, downstairs, the transition between hands and feet. Nice counter punching again from Proctor. Certainly a prospect we want to keep an eye on.
Good exchanges from the pair throughout this round. Once again, it's been a very, very good fight. Nice little uppercut there from Titus Proctor.
And doubling up on his left hand well. Parsons-Grace needs to start to put something special in. We're halfway through the third and final, and I think he's behind. Looking for the forward elbow, a little bit too far out for that. Not enough setup from Parsons-Grace. That's some great work there from Proctor. Eye-catching combinations, even though a lot of it was caught on the forearms. Just showing some domination now.
Just 1 minute to go. Can either of these fighters find the decisive blow to end this thing before it is decided by the judges?
I don't think Parsons-Grace wants it to go to the judges, because Proctor, I think, has racked up enough points. Proctor does have to be careful of a big elbow coming down from Parsons-Grace from that height when he comes in close. You can just see him shaping for it there. He's really looking for it. We've seen that slipperiness on the canvas previously.
He's looking to that elbow quite often, isn't he? Just trying to find a gap for it.
He needs that coup de grace shot to finish the fight. Shades of Lawrence Louis again. This is only our second fight to go into the third round. Proctor's body work again has been very good throughout.
10 seconds to go, the final stages of this one. Proctor looking strong, still going forward and still landing some as well. It's going to be decided by the judges though. Huge respect between these two fighters for what was a great fight.
Yeah, very technical, good display of skills across all three codes, starting with boxing, then going to kickboxing, and finally Muay Thai with the whole 8 weapons. And of course, this is a professional bout, 3x3s, but I suspect the man with his back to us in the engaged shorts has done enough to take that victory as we await the judges to tally the cards.
Yeah, we do indeed. I don't think they'll be too far away as Dan Hennessy is making his way into the ring. Victoria Nansen looks to have all the judges' cards with her already. These two fighters just wandering around in the middle. 3 more fights to come, all pro fights as well. It's been a great night of fight action so far. Still so much more to come, including the main event between Aaron Toe and Dominic Reed. Looks like we are ready to make this thing official. Let's get in with Dan Hennessy now.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we please have a round of applause for these two warriors? After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision where we find a unanimous decision winner. For your winner, fighting out of the red corner, Titus Proctor!